that, every single day that taught me something very valuable. My father was more in sports and, something I speak about in my book.
Maria Sharapova is a retired professional tennis player from Russia. Despite the fact that she represented Russia in the Women's Tennis Association, she has resided in the United States since 1994 and is a permanent resident. Sharapova played on the WTA Tour from 2001 to 2020, during which time she was ranked world number 1 in singles 5 times for a total of 21 weeks. She's one of just 10 women in history to achieve the career Grand Slam and is the only Russian to do so. She's also earned an Olympic medal, winning a silver in the women's singles event at the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. Many commentators and former players hail her as one of the greatest competitors in the sport.
In Wimbledon, we stayed at a much better hotel, and I remember there's a little yellow rubber duck, and I called my manager as soon as I walked into the tub in the bathroom, and I was like, wow.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. Her full name is Maria Yurievna Sharapova, but is also known as the Siberian Siren. She was born on April 19, 1987 in Nyagan, Russia, making her 34 at the time of this production. She stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. Maria Sharapova's favorite hobbies are fashion, singing, and dancing. She loves reading novels, and her favorite writer is Arthur Conan Doyle. Her love for fashionable evening gowns is in contrast to her liking for pancakes with chocolate spread and orange-flavored aerated drinks. Sharapova was engaged to Sasha Vujaj, a Slovenian professional basketball player, in 2011. They'd been dating since 2009. Sharapova revealed on August 31, 2012 that the couple had terminated their engagement and split earlier that year. Sharapova dated Bulgarian tennis player Grigor Dimitrov between 2012 and 2015, and since 2018, she'd been dating British businessman Alexander Gilks. Sharapova and Gilks announced their engagement in December 2020.
I realized that it's not only is it a personal possession, and it's always your choice with what you do, and your actions ultimately determine how far or low it takes you.
Maria Sharapova was born to Yuri Sharapova and Yelena. Both are from Gomel, Byelorussian SSR. At the time of her birth, the nation was known as the Soviet Union. In 1986, the Chernobyl disaster occurred in a semi-nearby location, prompting her parents to move to Nyagan before Maria was born. When Maria was 3, the family moved again to Sochi. Maria Sharapova started playing tennis at the age of 4. When she was 6 years old, her potential was obvious. Her father Yuri befriended Alexander Kafelnikov, whose son Evgeny would go on to win 2 Grand Slam singles titles and become Russia's first world number 1 tennis player. When Sharapova was 4 years old, Alexander gave her her first tennis racket, and she began practicing with her father at a local park. Maria began her tennis lessons with Yuri Yutkin, a seasoned Russian coach who was immediately impressed when he watched her play and remarked on her excellent hand-eye coordination. Sharapova visited a tennis clinic in Moscow operated by Martina Navratilova when she was 6 years old, and she was suggested to Nick Bollettieri of the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, who had previously trained stars like Andre Agassi, Monica Seles, and Anna Kournikova. Due to the lack of funds, Yuri Sharapova borrowed the money necessary to allow him and his daughter, neither of whom spoke English, to go to the United States, which they did in 1994. Sharapova's mother was unable to join them for 2 years due to visa difficulties. Sharapova's father arrived in Florida with only $700 in his pocket and worked different low-paying jobs to pay for her training until she was old enough to be enrolled in the academy. In 1995, however, she was signed by IMG, who agreed to pay the annual tuition fee of $35,000 for Sharapova to stay at the academy, allowing her to finally enroll at the age of 9. By the age of 14, Sharapova had become a professional tennis player. In the year 2000, she made an entry onto the scene with a win at the Eddie Hurt International Junior Tennis Championships. She was just 16 at the time. Although she started winning WTA matches right off the bat, there were restrictions on how many pro games she could play at first. This prompted her to go back to junior tournaments. She reached the finals of the Australian Junior Open, becoming the youngest girl ever to do so. By the end of 2002, she was ranked 6th in the Junior World Rankings and had 3 tournament wins under her belt. In 2003, Sharapova was able to play a full tournament as a pro, ending the year with 2 tournament wins and a top 50 ranking. In 2004, she broke into the top 20 and beat Serena Williams in the DFS Classic. Reporters called it one of the most stunning upsets in tennis history. From that point on, Sharapova was considered a serious challenger for titles and remained in the top 10 for many years. Her success gained her many new fans, and she continued to impress throughout 2004, reaching the finals of the Zurich Open and beat Serena Williams in the finals of the WTA World Tour Championships. At the beginning of 2005, Sharapova quickly climbed to number 3 in the world rankings. After more wins, she gained the number 1 position and managed to maintain it on and off throughout the year before eventually being overtaken by Lindsay Davenport. Although Sharapova had a rocky start to 2006, she finished strong with wins at the Acura Classic, the US Open, and the Zurich Open. By the end of the year, she finished 2nd in the world rankings. In 2007, Sharapova reached number 1 once again after reaching the finals of the Australian Open. She managed to hold the top spot for 7 weeks before losses caught up with her. She then missed a considerable portion of the season due to a shoulder injury. Although she managed to win the Acura Classic, Sharapova finished the year poorly and barely managed to stay within the top 5. Sharapova's performance was limited by shoulder injuries in 2007 and 2008, but she still managed to win her 3rd Grand Slam title with an excellent effort at the 2008 Australian Open. She had shoulder surgery and dropped out of the top 100 until May 2009, when she returned to singles play. Maria struggled to establish consistency against prominent female players, but by the end of 2009, she was back in the top 20. She was a Wimbledon finalist in 2011 and finished as the world's number 4 tennis player. She made her Olympic debut in 2012, winning a silver medal in women's singles after losing a gold medal match against Serena Williams. Maria continued to perform well in successive majors, finishing 2nd at the 2013 French Open. Maria continued to gain momentum in 2014, defeating Simona Halep to capture her 2nd French Open title and 5th Grand Slam title overall. Before being ranked number 4, she reached the final of the Australian Open and the semifinals of the US Open in 2015. After making it to the 4th round of the 2019 Australian Open, the former champion struggled to stay competitive due to severe physical problems. She announced her retirement in an essay in Vanity Fair magazine on February 26, 2020, a month after losing in the first round of the 2020 Australian Open.
And performing in front of thousands of people, but there's the way that you carry yourself. There's the fans that expect a lot from you in moments when you're down and maybe you haven't had a good match.
For 11 years in a row, Maria Sharapova was the highest-paid female athlete in the world. Her wealth comes not only from her tennis career, but also from various brand endorsements and additional business ventures. Sharapova's net worth is $180 million. In October 2020, Maria paid $8.6 million for a 5-acre estate in Summerlin, California. The estate was built in 1976 and encompasses 5 acres of grounds with 3 discrete residences for accommodations. Maria Sharapova spent around $2.6 million to buy a home in Southwest Florida. The house is located at Longboat Key, which is a barrier island on the Gulf of Mexico. It's a 2-storied Mediterranean-style home which has 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Cars you'll find in Sharapova's garage include a Panamera GT, a Boxster Spider, a Porsche 911 Carrera, and a Range Rover.